Okay, so now it's time to remove this little side panel here that is right next to your radio and your heating and air control. I'll start by removing this little one here, which is kind of, somebody put a screw in there before. And there's a screw right here. You have to scoot your chair all the way to the back to get this one out. Get that out of there. Now the panel kind of just pops out. No, I don't think there's any more screws in here. So this panel is right there, as you can see. It's attached to that. Okay. And you see it just pops right out. Okay, so here's that duct line that is coming down through here that I had cut. It actually goes to the back of your vehicle. See, here's some of that foam stuff I was talking about earlier that just kind of falls apart. So we're gonna remove this. Of course, I have to cut it up here. See where it's cut. And I'm gonna remove it from here. I just have to kind of wiggle it on out of there too. Okay, so before you can get that duct line loose, you'll have to take this part right here loose, which is part of the ductwork. There's a screw underneath it right here that'll come loose. As you can see, it's got the drips from the refrigerant on it too. So you want to get that out of the way. Cut your line up there, and you want to cut a hole because there's actually a big piece of plastic that goes right here. You want to cut that out. It's just for show. As you can see, I cut this one out. It hasn't hurt the vehicle at all. It's just a little piece of mold plastic to kind of enclose everything in, but this just makes it a whole lot easier. It's either cut this and cut that right there, that bracket, so you can get flexibility on this part, or you can take off your airbag, your whole dashboard, the top of it, you know, everything, just to get to this. So this is kind of a shortcut. It doesn't hurt the vehicle. It's all hidden back after you put all the components back together. So it's really up to you. If it's your vehicle, or if it's a vehicle that you know the person and you explain to them, you know, I can either take your whole dashboard out, or I can cut a couple pieces of plastics that don't make a difference. I'm sure they're going to say just cut it out, and go from there. So here we go. All right, so with that piece of ductwork out of the way, you can see where the heater coil and the lines get connected. As you can see, that's where my leak is. You can see the orange all around there where it's been dripping. The only thing that holds that together, believe it or not, is one little, I believe it's a Phillips head. I'll try to show it to you from the back side there. If I can find it. There it is, right there. Right there it is. It's just one Phillips head screw, or a bolt, that holds that in there. Once you get that loose, you'll be able to see. So we'll go ahead and take that loose so you can see it. Okay, so I got the bolt out. Here's the bolt. If I can focus in. It was actually a 11/30 seconds that came out of there. The bolt is that long. It's got a little washer on the back of it. What's going on with my focus? Okay, so I'll put it there. And as you can see up here, the bolt is out. So now all you have to do is separate here, let that loose, if I got it on video. So that's loose. And now your lines come loose. And as you can see, there's two little washers on there on the end of the lines that are probably corroded. If I can get them out of there. There they are. Okay. So here we are. And we're just going to replace those washers there. Put some new washers in there. And hopefully that'll fix the leak. Just be prepared from time to time. It just depends on when you're doing this repair. There may be some water or some antifreeze come out of there. So I'm gonna try to remove these washers off of here and find some sort of like them or like them. There it is. There's the problem. Washer's worn out. As you can see, it has been on there for quite a while. It's wore out. It's ready to be replaced. There's you probably about a $5,000 job, $2,000 job, depending on where you're at, for a 20-cent washer. Alright, so there's your two 20-cent washers. Just make sure that when you replace them, you clean that off really well from any spurs or anything that may damage the washer. Clean the inside of here, not just the tubes, but you know, wipe this down really good in here where I got my finger. Make sure there's nothing in there. Make sure you clean this off really well, maybe a little wire brush or something. And when you go to put this back on, just reverse all the steps. Of course, you know, push the bracket in. Make sure you get the screw started through the middle of it. There's the hole right in the middle. It's taken me maybe altogether about an hour to do all this, just because I was getting all my tools together and, you know, kind of taking my time with it. But there's your problem. It's two washers. Like I said, those are about 20-cent washers. The hardest part would be to cut this here, and of course cut this plastic around here. It would be kind of messy, just depending on what tool you use. I used a Dremel with a cut blade on it, like a metal cutting blade. Of course, cut your ductwork here. This is going to be the reason for this cut, and this cut is to be able to remove this duct that is all in your way here. Once you get done with it, like I said, I use this foil tape to seal everything back up. I never had any problems in the past. Like I said, the last time I did this repair on this vehicle was probably close to 10 years ago. So it lasted that long, probably about a good 60,000-70,000 miles ago since I did this. The Range Rovers are, because it is such a simple connection of washers and one bolt, it will develop leaks. It's one of the problems that a lot of these P38s had. Wish it would have been a better connection than that. Actually, it would have been better if that coil was all one piece all the way up until it goes across the firewall there. That way there wouldn't be any connections under here and it would all be one piece. But I guess I'm not an engineer, I didn't design it. So there you go, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, probably, like I said, it probably cost you a couple $1,000s to have somebody do it, or you can do it yourself for a few hours worth of work and 20-cent washers. Good luck, guys. Hope you like the video. Hope it helps you out. Hopes at least it gives you an idea of what you need to do and what you're working with. Don't panic if you think your heater core is broke. Of course, if the heater core is broke, it wouldn't be just a drip. It would actually be water running all the time. So that's just a drip in the connections. Don't freak out if it ever happens to you, or actually when it happens to you. Good luck. Make sure you like, you share the video, leave me a comment. Hope this helps you out. Good luck. Keep YouTubing.